What's up, everybody? This is Drew Peters, aka the Vanilla Gorilla, coming at you with Suppz.com. Just slide in my chair. Now, today's episode I thought would be a good one. The Olympia is coming up this week. A lot of people travel for expos, a lot of people travel for work, so on and so forth. So, the one I'm going to cover today is some brief tips on how to maintain diets, travel with your food, so on and so forth. Basically, eating while on the road, the ins and outs. So, first and foremost, let's talk about some hacks and some do's and some don'ts when it comes to traveling with your food. Obviously, if you know where you're going, a lot of times, if it's a 1-2 day trip, that's things to consider. Whether you're driving or flying or whatever it may be, typically driving gives you the most versatility. You can usually bring a cooler with you, you have more room for food, so on and so forth. Versus flying is a little more fickle. You have to obviously take whatever with you on a plane. That means checking bags, that means going through security, so on and so forth. So on the driving side, keep it simple. If you say, okay, I'm on a road trip for 2-3 days, pack as X amount of food accordingly. See if you're going to have fridges along the way. You can also bulk portion things, like cook all your chicken, put together, cook all your rice, put together, and bring a scale with you and measure as needed. That's another opportunity there. Another idea is that you can freeze your food ahead of time, so that way it stays cold longer while you're driving, or between in times you can get fridges. So those are a few key things. And just once again, use your head. If you need to think heads up, whether this be flying somewhere or traveling somewhere, if you're like, okay, I need enough food to get to point B, that's a day and a half from now. Okay, I need a day and a half worth of food when I get there. If I have the option to cook, I can do that. If you're not on a super strict diet, okay, I know I'm going out to eat, get things that are in your diet, grilled chicken, lean steak, so on and so forth. Just have some flexibility, but all key is to, whether you're traveling by car or by planes, I'll cover a little more in a second, is plan ahead. Now, when you are flying on a plane with food, that brings a whole new array of challenges. From my experience, there's never an issue with bringing food through security. Chicken, rice, so on and so forth. I've never had an issue bringing food through. If anything, they'll scan it, look at it, like, oh, okay, it's food, and you want to check out and see what it is. But the big thing that I found, and a huge life hack here, if you have something like a 6-pack bag or an isolator bag or whatever bag it is that has reusable ice packs in it, make sure that they stay home. There's two things here. If you leave with them in your bag, in the first thing in the morning, they're still frozen. You can they'll scan, go through security, won't have a problem. I've had it where on the same day I took a day trip, I went through security at night, the ice packs had melted, and therefore they're liquid, and I had to throw out my ice packs. So keep that in mind. To circumvent this, either A, if you're going to be away for a few days, freeze them if you have the option before you come back, or if that's not an option, to get your food there, freeze the extra meals. Have your meals you need immediately, not frozen, or if you want to, with later meals, frozen. That'll keep all the rest of your food cold, and of course, have them preserved for longer. Another option too, if you want to use ice packs, use bags of frozen vegetables. They'll act like ice, melt with it, and you can use them in your prep. That's a couple quick tips I have for driving and flying. The key is, just think ahead. Do you have grocery stores available? Do you have restaurants available? Where are you going? How long are you going to stay? What do you know about the place you're staying? Those are easy things. Worst case scenario, and I've done this on the road too, I had slim pickings for restaurants. I didn't have anywhere to cook. I had a fridge and a microwave in my hotel room. There was times where I had to go to the grocery store. It was actually after moving on my place, before I did my cross-country move, I was living in a hotel for a week while I was waiting for finish my job there. I rented a hotel. My stuff's on a moving truck, and I had a fridge and a microwave available, and I was in contest prep, peak week to be exact. And I had to go to the grocery store. I put a few cartons of egg whites in my fridge. I had my chicken in the fridge, and I had bags of microwavable rice. I cooked egg whites in a glass microwavable bowl. I had egg whites cooked in a microwave. If I had an X amount of chicken, when I got down to the last couple of days I needed some more chicken, I cooked chicken in the microwave. I would not recommend to anybody. It can be done. It tastes like rubber. So there's extreme ways of getting shit done, or whether you're doing that or you buy cans of tuna with bags of the instant rice, or you buy rice cakes, or you're bringing a tub of protein powder with you, or buying when you get there using nothing but protein powder. If, like you said, you're on a super strict diet and prep, there has been some crazy stuff that happens. The key about that, plan ahead. Okay? So, there I probably want to touch on too is invest in some equipment for your meal prep. you can get some really nice meal prep specific containers, BPA free ones, like a 10 pack for like $12 on Amazon. If you want to get an all-in-one type system where it has like a carrier, 6-pack's great, isolator bag is great. I think I've seen a couple other brands pop up. Though the one I always had a 6-pack. Have a bag, something that has nice containers for your food, keeps things organized, has function as well. Like I use the compartments on my bag all the time, but it makes it easy and gives you less of an excuse to not have your food with you. You have individual meals, prep the night before, whatever it is, lids are on it, boom. It's not going to leak anywhere, you can take your food anywhere, especially when you travel. That's nice. Okay, so today's episode is really quick. Just kind of giving you some ideas about some tips for traveling when on the road. I condensed it to the car driving and the flight because this could turn into a lot of different things in terms of meal prep. Oh, and when prepping chicken, do this. And that's content for another episode. But then I hope you had some helpful hints on traveling on the road, how to circumvent that, and of course, how to do the whole meal prep thing when you fly. Key is planning ahead. Short vid today. This has been Drew Peters, a.k.a. the Vanilla Gorilla with Suppz.com. Until next time.